Welcome to my channel Kodamugen.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today we'll see in Angular we have a concept two-way data binding. So what is two-way data binding? How this has been handled in Angular. So two-way data binding, as name suggests, right? So the data from the component is being sent to the UI, and then whatever the UI input which has been given, it has been returned back to the component. So that is a two-way data binding. So to achieve this particular two-way data binding, right, in Angular we have this ngModel directive. So we use this ngModel directive to achieve this two-way data binding. So now we have a property called name. So it has been initialized with the value Sachin. Okay, so we'll see how this particular name property and the value which has been initialized to this name property, right, which comes in the UI, and then whatever we give in the input in the UI which has been sent back to the component. Okay, so this is a general syntax for this property binding actually. So inside this particular square braces and round braces, right, we will give this ngModel. Okay, so the name property, right, the name property in HTML will be called using this interpolation. So we'll go to the HTML and see how we have written our code, HTML code basically. So when I go to the HTML, right, the first will be the heading one, which is hard coded, so just to tell it is a two-way data binding. And then we have HTML, I mean h1 tag, which is heading one tag. We have this particular name property with the uh, interpolation. Okay, so whatever values that has been initialized over there, which will come in here, and then we have a line break, and then we have an input, okay, which will be a text. Whatever we want to give, we will give in there. So it will be sent back to the component and it will get displayed in the UI. So now we have this ngModel and which holds this particular name property. Okay, so this is a placeholder. You can just ignore it. You can take, okay, because I have this inbuilt browser in the visual code, right? So that will ask for a placeholder to hold it, otherwise it won't respond. That's why I'm just giving it. In normal Angular you can ignore this one actually. Okay, so now we'll go to the TypeScript and see what are the imports that we have done for this ngModel directive, and then how we have declared our property and how we have initialized. So this ngModel directive, right, it resides inside the forms module. So I have just imported this forms module. So all other modules, right, whatever I have imported, you can ignore that. That is for the other code that I have been using, right? I'm just using the same component. That's why you could see this. So whenever you are using an ngModel directive, you should have this forms module, which you should import, and then in your app module also, right, you should have the proper ngModel directives or the modules gets imported. Okay, so now when we come down, right, we have this export class. I have the hello world component. So the component has a name property. I have straight away assigned this Sachin. So from this assignment, right, Angular knows that I'm just assigning a string value here to the name property. Okay, so there is no explicit declaration that we have done in here. That's why it is we have straight away assigned this, I mean initialize this particular value. So now what we'll do, we'll compile this code and see what we are getting in our UI. So we'll just give ng serve here. You can see here. So to run the Angular, okay, so now it is building. Once the build is done, right, we'll see the result. So this is my local host where it is running. So I have an inbuilt edge one. So I'll just open this one. Okay, let me launch this instance. Let me close it. So okay, so now what I'll do, so whatever you're using in your browser, right, which will come in here. So if you see here, so whatever name property value that has been initialized, right, it has come in here and you can see it here. So this is a corresponding reference. So this ngModel, what it does, initially it comes in here where it gets a value from your TypeScript and then it prints in your HTML. You can see it here, and then your ngModel, right, which holds back the value which has been written from the TypeScript. Now what we are going to do, we are going to give this particular name property a value from the UI. So what we'll do, we'll delete this section and we'll give Tendulkar. So you can see here whatever the value or we have given here, right? So this ngModel has taken here and it has assigned to this particular property in the header one. So this is how the whole concept of two-way data binding works. So this is one of the very important concept in Angular, where in many cases, right, this has been used. Okay, so any doubts in this two-way data binding or any other concept in Angular, right, do comment in the comment section, so I'll try to clarify it. So any thing that needs to be improved, right, in the video, even that suggestion also can be given in the comment section. So we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.
Like, share, subscribe to my channel.